Someone need to be muted, do you think? Maybe Ida.
Oh, I dropped something.
Oh, it's all right. Oh, there you go. Okay, perfect. All right, Laura, go. Take it away.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. I am Laura Sipko. I'm a master director with Green Compass, and I come from a couple of decades in the pharmaceutical industry. So I have a real passion for health and wellness, and I am really pleased to be here tonight and really grateful that you chose to spend the next several minutes with us tonight. Donna, I'd love for you to introduce yourself as well.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. I'm Donna Arnold. I am a Reiki master, as it says on this slide, but I'm also coming with many years experience in healthcare. I trained cardiologist for a living for many years prior to getting into the aesthetic world. I'm now in the aesthetic world, and I help people feel better from the inside out and the outside in, depending on what they need. Usually it's a combination of both. And I spent many years in the spine world, cardiology, all over the place. And now I'm here with you. I know that I'm here to help people heal. That's my mission in life, is to help people heal. So whether it's from the outside in or the inside out, that's why I'm here. So for me, CBD perfectly aligns with that. So we're going to get into this discussion about how CBD can help as a natural complement to help us age gracefully, and it's really helping with the women's wellness. But there's so much to CBD. So just to give you just a brief scenario of what we're going to go through today, we're going to go through just what is CBD, what's the endocannabinoid system, why CBD going to help us, and how will it help us age gracefully. And then we'll just take you through what this company is that we represent and why we believe in this company. And I'll tell you, I came to CBD because of my dog. And most of you that have a dog, you know how it is. I started because he's getting older, and he started fireworks and thunder and things like that really started bothering him as the older he got. And I had heard about CBD, so I went and bought something at the mall, and it was expensive. And I started giving it to him, and it seemed like it was helping a little bit. But then I got into CBD with another company that came along, and I really started to learn about CBD and how much it helps our bodies. And then when I learned about it, I realized that the product I was giving my dog, which is so important to me, I looked at the ingredients. I don't even know if it had any CBD in it. So I really didn't know what I was buying prior to. So now I educated myself, and I started using another company, and they went out of business. They didn't survive 2020, sadly. So I was on a quest to find another quality CBD, because I know what happens in my life and how much it helped me. Prior to the shutdown, I was diagnosed with lupus years ago, but the shutdown and being out of work and all the stress that comes with all of that, I had all of my symptoms flared up from lupus. And it was a pretty rough year. And I started with migraines and things like that. And I thought, oh, what is going on? And I had saved some CBD, and I was hoarding it. And I used it. My migraine went away right away. And I should make a disclaimer. We're not here as doctors. We're not making any medical claims, just sharing what it did for me. And maybe it can help you in this way, or if you have a friend that you know that can identify with some of these symptoms we're talking about. But so then I was really searching for it to put it out to the universe or God or whatever you believe, the greater being. And I said, I really need to find something good for me and the dog and my husband. And sure enough, Laura came into my world, and I was introduced to this company. So that's how and then this checked every box I was looking for. If you don't know anything about CBD tends to most of them come from China. At least 80% of the products that you'll find anywhere, and they are not regulated at all. So you have no idea what you're buying. So it's really important what you put in our body. So I'm going to let Laura take over. We're just going to do a little back and forth, and we're going to just respect your time, and we'll get through this as succinctly and efficiently as possible. So thanks for your patience.
Thank you so much, Donna. And I will have to say it's been a true gift to have had Donna meet me on this journey to help people. And her and I are both in the aging category, if you will. And we thought, it's so many women we can identify with the situations that we deal with as we get older. And so we thought, let's put it out there. Let's do a little bit of education on natural alternatives, because women face a lot of different things. We face a lot of stuff as we age. So this slide just shares some of them. But as we age, it's so personal to everyone. Some people, they face mild discomforts, or they might struggle with emotional lows, or even fluctuations in metabolism. But no matter what, we as women, as we age, we face a lot. Our bodies are changing. So there are a lot of different things going on. And women are searching for alternatives, and CBD is one of them. And that's what we want to talk about is, why is this? Why is CBD an alternative? Well, first of all, the biggest question that I get from people is, will it make me high? Well, it's not going to make you high, so don't worry about that. But what we wanted to share is a short video about CBD and the endocannabinoid system, because then you'll have a great understanding of how CBD works within our body. Our endocannabinoid system in our body is a network of cell receptors that the role is basically to put our body into balance. But this video will say it a heck of a lot better than I can. So we're just going to share this with you. Whoops. Sometimes I have some problems with my mouse. Here we go.
CBD is a cannabinoid found in hemp and known for supporting the body and mind in many ways. Not to be confused with oil from hemp seeds, CBD comes from the flowers and leaves of the hemp plant and has 0 psychoactive properties. CBD works synergistically with the body's endocannabinoid system to help maintain overall wellness and support many of our body's physical processes. Discovered in the 1990s, the endocannabinoid system, or ECS, affects many of our biological processes. Endocannabinoids are found in the immune system, the central nervous system, the brain, organs, connective tissue, and glands. The ECS is involved in many physiological processes like appetite, sleep, digestion, mood, memory, metabolism, hormones, and even heart function. So how does CBD fit into the ECS picture? The ECS has a series of receptors on cells throughout the body designed to accept cannabinoids like CBD. In fact, there are more receptors in our body for CBD than any other kind of receptors. CBD activates these receptors, which in turn boosts some of the ECS's most vital functions, causing a cascade of homeostasis, or balance, throughout the body. Some of these functions include those associated with inflammation due to exercise, mood, sleep, anxiety, and much, much more. CBD can help the ECS accomplish its main goal, a healthy and stable equilibrium in adults, children, and animals.
So it's kind of a key takeaway from that is that, we have our endocannabinoid system, and CBD, when it interacts in there, it plays a crucial role in regulating our physiology, our mood, and kind of our everyday vibe. So with that in mind, we want to talk a little bit about how does that relate to aging women. So I'll turn it over to you.
Great, thanks. So I want to just say, we could talk for hours about this, and you do not need to be an expert on this, but it just so happens that I'm so passionate about what I put in and on my body, and for me and my family and my dog, that I really do a lot of research. It's just what I do. It's who I am. So just to give you an idea of the benefits that you can get from CBD, we could do a topic a week for the whole year, basically, but it can help acne and skin conditions, addictions and alcoholism, anxiety, autism, bone health, cancer, chronic pain, COVID-19 even, dementia and Alzheimer's, depression, diabetes, digestive and bowel disorders, epilepsy, fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, heart disease, liver and kidney disease, migraine and headache disorder, nausea, Parkinson's disease, post-traumatic stress disorder, psychosis and schizophrenia, sleep disorders, traumatic brain injury and stroke, weight issues, obesity, anorexia, and cachexia. I never heard of that one. Cachexia, and women's health, which is what we're going to get into. So that is basically everything in our life that we deal with. it seems that CBD can help with because of the endocannabinoid system. We naturally produce endocannabinoids in our own body. So when it's called anandamide, when we produce it ourselves. So if you know of, if you've ever nursed a baby or you ever watch a baby when they get nursed, all of a sudden the mother and the baby are automatically in a more state of bliss. And that comes from releasing the anandamide, which is a natural endocannabinoid that we produce ourselves. Or if you're a runner, you get that runner's high. Any kind of euphoric feeling that we feel or blissful feeling comes from our endocannabinoid system. So it's so important that it regulates so much of our body. So cannabidiol oil, or CBD, is a phytocannabinoid. So that comes from plants. So that's phytonutrients. So phytocannabinoid coming from plants. So that's why we have all these receptors all over the body, that the body does so well with the phytocannabinoid coming from the plant base. So what happens in menopause or perimenopause? So this affects 100% of women. Doesn't matter if you had children, no children, young, old, whatever you are, you're either going to go through menopause, or you're in perimenopause, or you're past it. But everyone, it affects all of us equal. It's definitely an equalizer for all of us. We all go through this, whether you've had children, you're married, have dogs, cats, whatever, we all go through it. So what happens, the statistics say that 95% of us will go into menopause from 45 years old to 55 years old. So that's a pretty big range, a 10-year range, that 95% of us will be going through that. And through that range, 75% of us will have the hot flashes or sweating, things like that happen. Those kind of mood disturbances, hot flashes, all that can last for like 9 years for many people. So we're all coming at this differently. I mean, if you're the type of person that's smoking cigarettes, drinking a lot of alcohol, eating McDonald's every day, you're probably going to be on the longer end and have more symptoms. But you could also be someone like me who works out every day, and I eat really clean, I eat keto, but I've had several autoimmune disorders and going through, and then we all are affected by stress. Like, I don't know, we all were affected by the global shutdown, right? Whether you had to work more or you were out of work, whatever happened, we were all impacted. And so that stressor on the body, we will all react to. So what happens with perimenopause, that happens in 4 to 6 years before you go into menopause. So when we're born, we have 1 to 2 million eggs in our ovaries. And as we start to age and stress, when we start releasing them, we only have so many before we're out of eggs. Now, we don't really know how to, I don't know of any way that you can count how many eggs you have left, but as we age, we produce to release the eggs, we do FSH, which is follicle stimulating hormone, which is to target the eggs that we're releasing so we can either become fertile or we have a period. So as we age, the estrogen starts to drop, but the FSH is still trying to stimulate the ovary, and it's not working. So the estrogen starts to drop. So when we lose our estrogen, now our bone density is starting to go. So you may have heard terms like osteopenia or osteoporosis. So the endocannabinoid system in our bodies is going through a dysfunction when the estrogen starts to drop. So stress will affect this, all of it, but this is definitely affected with menopause, perimenopause, because we're affecting all those hormones. So once that happens, now we're having the risk of osteopenia or osteoporosis are fractures in the bone, whether it's any bone. Common in women is hip fractures and lumbar vertebrae fractures, which can be very debilitating. You may not be able to walk. So we don't want that to happen. So it's important. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say CBD is the magic cure. It is not, because you want to maintain a healthy lifestyle. You want to make sure that you're drinking alcohol in moderation, if at all, and you're eating clean and you're exercising. You want to build that bone density because it's really important. But when you add a complement like cannabidiol oil or CBD, then your receptors are going to suck that up, and it's really going to help what's missing. So when think of the endocannabinoid system as the Christmas tree, the lights on the Christmas tree, and one of them's not working right. If you ever decorate a tree in the old school days where if one light didn't work, none of them work. So the endocannabinoid system with CBD will go in and look for the light that's out, and it's going to help find that light and give it what it needs. So everything's going to be lit up again and working right. So you'll have your beautiful, beautiful Christmas tree inside, right? So to speak. So the other things that happen with perimenopause and menopause are we get sleep issues, pain. So when you're in perimenopause, you may notice that your period either starts to, you either start to bleed more frequently, maybe bleed longer when you're getting your period, and you may have much more cramping and things like that, or it may go the other way. You may have infrequent periods and lighter periods, and you still may have some cramping. So we may get pain. And then the mood disturbances, I don't know. Have you ever noticed that maybe you become short-tempered? For me personally, the summer before I went into menopause, I didn't know what was happening to me because I felt like I was, I had a silent rage inside me. And I don't know if you could appreciate this if you're at that age, but I actually wanted to murder people. It was scary to me. I'm like, what is going on? I never think this way, but I had very low tolerance and I never did anything, and then I realized later, like, wait a minute, something's happening to my body. So it's amazing how many things in your body, but your mind, right? So your mood. So of course I probably was crankier, and you tend to not be able to sleep well. So not sleeping well can come from so many things, but the stress in our lives can cause that. But menopause or perimenopause tends to cause sleep disturbances. So when you're not sleeping enough, then if you ever pay attention and one night when you don't get enough sleep and the next day you feel hungrier, that's because your body naturally produces ghrelin, which is a hormone that makes you hungrier. So then because you didn't have enough sleep, now you're hungrier because your body is trying to get more fuel and it's producing this hormone to make you eat more to help keep you awake. That's terrible, but it's a function that it does in the body. So if that's happening to you, a lot of people, I've read data that said it was like 60% of the population have sleep issues. Isn't that crazy? 60%. So that's men and women. That's wherever you live. So with CBD can help you sleep better. So when you sleep better, your mood will be better. You're not going to be as hungry. So weight gain after menopause comes from multiple reasons, but sleep is definitely one of them. And if sleep is definitely one of the things, you need good sleep. So mental fog is another thing many women complain about when they get into perimenopause, menopause stage. And so that can come from multiple things. It can come from the hormones, everything being disrupted in your body, but it can also come because you didn't get enough sleep. So sleep is essential. So we want to get good night's sleep. That's vital. Since I've been doing CBD regularly every day for the last probably 6 weeks, I have an iWatch that I like to track my sleep. Every night I've been consistently getting great numbers. Like I've been in this deep sleep, which is really important. That's how you know you're getting the right kind of sleep. I've been in a deep sleep. I like to track. I'm a nerd like that. I like to track my numbers. So, and that's how I know it's really working on a deep level that you don't necessarily notice it. You're like, well, I don't know, it might be doing something. I might be feeling a little better. CBD, you'll feel immediate benefits, but long-term benefits if you stick with it. So the pain, it can help with the pain, like whether it's cramps from the period and, either you're bleeding too much, whatever, there's a lot that goes with that. The other things, and I have some notes here, I'm just trying to stay on target. So I could go on for hours and I just want to respect your time. Bone density, I think I hit most all of them, right? Did I miss any of our?
I think you got most of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so another factor that it can help with, which is, I didn't know this till I was doing some more research for this. CBD may also help manage endometriosis, which is can be very painful for women. But that's another problem that women have. A lot of women have endometriosis. So, and it can come with a lot of pain. So that's it. That's another thing. And I also found it fascinating that it also can help prevent breast cancer tumors. It's there's so much research going on now. So for me, it's really important that we get involved now because big pharma is looking at this and they're looking at ways to get into this plant form, but they can't get into it yet. There is a prescription for it's a epilepsy drug. It costs $20,000 for a prescription for that. I mean, I'm so glad that they're working on something from a natural form, but or you could just experiment with your own CBD, a quality CBD, and see what your body can do. I think we need to get into this now before big pharma gets into this because there's so much data. If you go to the NIH, which is the National Institute of Health for the country, and they keep all these studies, there are hundreds of studies on CBD. So to me, before pharma gets their grubby hands on everything, we want to keep it so they don't do this and control things like they do. So that's my piece on this. And I'm really happy that you're here. For me, I'm a Reiki master. If you know what Reiki is healing with energy. For me, CBD is the plant-based version of Reiki. So it's the phytocannabinoid of Reiki. It's a perfect complement together, but it also helps. And another thing I've noticed, I noticed immediate benefits. I haven't had any migraines or anything, thank goodness. My joint pain from my lupus stuff, all gone. That's for me personally, not making any claims. But I noticed on day probably 30 of being consistent, taking it every day, I woke up and we get up every morning, go to the gym every morning. And I woke up and I thought, I feel great. Like my body felt so good. I haven't felt this good in way before the shutdown. And I'm like, what is going on? And my mood was so great. I'm like, what is going on? What did I do? What did I have last night? And then I realized, oh my goodness, this is like day 30 of being consistent, taking CBD every day. And I just thought, what a transformation I feel in my body. And I want to share this with everyone because everyone deserves to feel better and naturally by a plant. So God bless CBD. All right, Laura, back to you.
God bless CBD. I love it. And okay, so we're going to share a few more things. We got started late. We realized that, just waiting for people to pop on. And if you can bear with us, we're going to go a few more minutes. We want to share a quick video and then do a real high level of our products. So if you're able to hang on, wonderful. If you're not, we totally understand. But like Donna said, it's miraculous what this compound can do because it works within our 11 major organ systems. And what's really cool is that our company was founded really by a woman and a couple, but it was really because of Meredith Cook's story. Meredith had feelings of deep sadness after her second child and was really struggling. So she gave CBD a try. She wanted to try something natural, and it helped her immensely. And when her children got older and her boys were in school, she was contacted by one of her boys' teachers who said, your son's having some focus issues. You might want to get him assessed. And she knew what would happen with an assessment. She knew that, yeah, maybe I'll get him assessed, but let me see if I can try an alternative, all natural solution first, because she was afraid if she assessed him, they would recommend a prescription. So the challenge though is that while she was willing to just take a gamble on a CBD, she wasn't willing to do that for her children. And so she searched and she searched and she searched for a clean CBD she could give her children, and she couldn't find one. So she asked her husband, Sterling, who at that time was the CEO of a global organic sweet potato company. He comes from the agricultural business. And she asked him, listen, I can't find a clean CBD. Can we grow some hemp and make CBD? That's how this all happened. And he contacted his friends, the Wooten brothers, who are on this slide here on the left, and asked about, would you like to partner and grow some hemp and make some CBD? They were already growing hemp on organic soil. This family has been growing on organic soil since the 1970s. They built a partnership. They started to create CBD. And what they really wanted to do was to create a very clean CBD so Meredith and Sterling could give it to their children and they could share it with their family. And before I started in this industry, I had no idea that there were differences between CBD. Quite frankly, when I was when Valerie, my friend, gave me a call and said, hey, you want to try CBD? I have this new CBD I'm using and I'm sharing with friends that I care about. I said, I can buy CBD at a gas station. Why would I want to put that in my body? So when I learned what I learned and I used the CBD, I was all in with this company because there are true differences. And as Donna had shared, 80% of it right now in the US, about 80% is coming from China. So we just wanted to share a video that I could tell you this, but it's more impactful if you just hear the key things that you need to understand behind CBD, because not all CBD is the same. And we are on mission to educate consumers about what they need to know before they put CBD in their body.
CBD. It's all over the place. So how can you be sure the CBD you're putting into your body is of the highest possible quality? Green Compass is a great place to start, and we've started with USDA organic certification. USDA organic certification is a very strict standard that certifies everything from the soil we farm in to the ingredients we use in our products. Everything that comes into contact with our finished product must be audited, which means full traceability from seed to bottle. Many CBD manufacturers source their ingredients from outside suppliers, and unless each of those suppliers also has USDA organic certification, it's very hard to know what's actually in their product, which means you can't be certain what's going into your body. Along with USDA certification, knowing how a product's CBD is extracted is extremely important. Green Compass uses CO2 extraction, a clean way of pulling CBD from the hemp plant that uses carbon dioxide instead of harmful solvents like hexane or butane. Knowing which parts of the hemp plant are used for extraction is also key. The vast majority of therapeutic compounds are found in the flower of the plant, which is why this is the only part Green Compass uses for extraction. To save time and money, some companies also use the stalk, which is ground up and dumped into their extraction process. Isolating only the most potent parts of the plant is labor-intensive and costly. We know it's worth the time. Some of our products use essential oils, and yes, our essential oils are also USDA certified organic, which is an industry rarity. Organic essential oils are important because those that aren't can contain heavily concentrated pesticides. Many reactions people have to essential oils are actually from the concentrated pesticides and not the plant material itself. Finally, our corporate lab connects all these industry-leading practices with the products you buy today and the innovations you'll see tomorrow. Producing our own products in our own lab allows us to maintain quality throughout every stage of production. It also gives us a proving ground to test new products and processes. This means you get the products you want quickly and in the healthiest form possible. Knowing what goes into your body is important, and we take that responsibility very seriously. The Green Compass journey began by producing CBD for those who matter most, our own families. We wouldn't compromise for them, and we won't compromise for you. CBD.
Go forward here. So, again, like I said, it's really, really important to know what's in your CBD. And a lot of times I'll hear people say, well, I tried CBD and it didn't work. And that's because the CBD market right now is not regulated. So there are a lot of companies out there who are putting it could be olive oil in a bottle and labeling it as CBD. So it's really critical that you know where your CBD comes from. And Green Compass really is the Cadillac of the CBDs. I mean, the USDA organic certification is a rigorous process, but we don't do things easy. We do things the right way. And our company is the only company in our space to be vertically integrated, meaning we control the entire process. We outsource nothing with the USDA organic certification. So it's really exciting to be part of this company. And part of the fact that we also, just to reiterate our research and development, we're partnered with the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. And so we have a lab on their campus as well. And we're doing a lot of research and putting together a lot of innovative products. So with that in mind, we're going to do a real high level on our products. And we have 3 different ways that you can use CBD to help you with your overall wellness as you age: water soluble, sublingual, and topical delivery. And when I talked about innovative technologies, this nano jelly is one of our newest technologies that we have. It was launched earlier this year. You'll see a lot of gummies on the marketplace. We were asked, when are you going to come out with gummies? But our company was not going to come out with anything until it was the highest of quality. And we call them nano jellies because they're nano emulsified. They're water soluble, meaning they're 5 to 10 times more bioavailable than other gummies. What does that mean? Basically, the absorption rate is so high that it makes them so effective. And most gummies out there, jellies out there, have a very, very low absorption rate. And there's a lot of fillers in them as well. These are USDA organically certified. Everything is natural. There are no fillers. The taste of lemon and orange, those are natural flavors. And the lemon and orange essential oils in there, they stimulate a healthy metabolism, which we all need, supports digestion, liver, and kidney function as well. This is one of my favorite. We're having amazing results with these jellies because of that absorption. Then sublingual, what is that? Okay, so when you use the oils, you put them under your tongue, you hold it there for 60 seconds, and then you swallow it, and it's carried through your system through the glands of your mouth. Now for pets, Donna mentioned her pet, you can put it in their food or put it in their mouth. I have 3 black Labradors, and when I get the bottle out and I say, do you want your CBD? They all run up to it and I just drop it in their mouth. It's crazy. But my 3 have different issues. One has anxiety, one has, I swear she has ADD, she's out of her mind. And then the other one has an autoimmune disorder. So we just for overall wellness, and especially for our one with autoimmune, it's really, really wonderful for them. It's great for pets as well to get around as they age for their joint discomfort. We've seen a lot of just miraculous experiences with pets as they age. It's really, really wonderful. We have 3 types of oils. We have a full spectrum, broad spectrum, and an isolate. Full spectrum is the whole plant with just a trace amount of THC. THC is the thing that everyone says, oh, is it going to get me high? This is not an amount that'll get you high. It's a legal level. Then we have a broad spectrum with everything in the plant, not just the CBD, the terpenes, the flavonoids, all the essential oils of the plants, but no THC. A lot of times people who are worried about a drug test for work, they'll use the broad spectrum because it might come up. But a lot of companies are changing the way that they're doing blood tests because CBD is becoming so popular. The isolate is just straight up CBD alone. We also have another product called Boost that you see on that slide, and those are our terpene boosters. There is no CBD in those. Those are used to really boost your CBD effect even more in certain categories that you might want a little bit of more support in. We have a Boost Immune for your immune system, a Boost Pain for pain if anyone is experiencing any discomfort. This is a great thing to add to your CBD. Boost Sleep is my favorite. I use it every night. I don't sleep long hours. Tana had mentioned the importance of quality sleep, but I sleep quality hours. I sleep deep, but I wake up energized and revived. I'm not drowsy or anything. And then we have a Boost Metabolism. That's a
My favorite.
Yeah, we like that one as well. These are all wonderful to use in combination with your CBD. Some people use them alone, but the best result is if you just boost your CBD a little bit. I'm going to skip these. We have a few testimonials, but if you're on this call, we'll make sure that you're part of one of our testimonial Facebook groups so you can go through and see what people have to say about their personal experiences. Topical delivery. It's wonderful to combine your oils with the topical. That's where you have the combination of the power of CBD on on the outside and the inside. The roll-ons that we have at the bottom right of the slide, those are wonderful, 100 milligrams of CBD, along with different essential oils to target, specifically what you might need help with. My daughter loves the Women's Monthly Blend. I love that as well. And then the Calm is my favorite. I use that in combination with my Sleep Boost. We also have some creams as well. And I'm just going to call out the Reduced Topical Cream is one of our clients' favorites. It's FDA registered, so we can say that it does help relieve pain on contact. It has an icy hot feeling, 300 milligrams of CBD and other wonderful natural ingredients. It's my favorite. I had shoulder surgery and I work out quite a bit. And this is my go-to for discomfort in my muscles. That's a little bit of our topical stuff. That's another, oh, and we have bath bombs. But any of the products that we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. We stand by our products because we truly know in our heart of hearts that they're the best because of the way that we make them. And what we're really excited about is for any of our customers that want to place a new order of any size, before the end of the month, we are going to gift you your shipping fee. So we'll pay for your shipping. We have 70,000 customers who are enjoying our products right now. And if you want to join them, we'll give you free shipping your first month. And they access the products through our advocates like Donna and I. We are the people that just absolutely love this company, love CBD, and love to share something that we value with people that we value. So we have something we think is amazing and we want to give it to the amazing people in our lives. Our original model as a company was to go, they were going to go to doctors' offices in Wilmington and tell them about it. But what they found is when their friends and their family were using this product, they had such great experiences, they just stopped telling their friends. So our owners, Sterling and Meredith, decided to dream a little bit bigger. And they said, we can reach more people if we put people out on the streets like Donna and Laura who want to tell people about it. And so that was really our model, is a social selling industry model. And I'll be honest, I was a job snob like Donna and I both came from corporate America. And when I didn't have the facts about social selling, and I learned the facts, and I'm so glad, because when you don't know the facts, you miss opportunities. And when I learned that this is really a professional industry, and that social selling is the #1 way to get products to consumers globally, that the industry has annual sales more than doubling the annual revenue of the NFL, that 34% of Americans have a side hustle, and that in 2021, 61.1 million plan to start a side hustle. So we are in a new economy, and we saw that through the pandemic as well. And some people, I mean, most people, they started as a side hustle. But we do have people in just our short two years who have made this a full-time hustle. And the reason why is because they're at the right place at the right time with the right product. It's really quite remarkable what's happening in the industry. If you're not aware, the CBD industry is about $1 billion industry now. It's projected to be a $24 billion industry in the next 2 to 3 years, which is absolutely crazy. And that's why we need to educate people on what they need to put in their body, and they need to put the right stuff in their body, good stuff in their body. If you also look at our company, it's new. I mean, we only started 2 years ago, but in 2 years, our first year, our goal was to sell $500,000 to gift, to sell $500,000 and give the gift of wellness to people. Well, we sold just under $12 million our first year of CBD. And the next year, our second year, was right after the global pandemic hit. And we were in a virtual world, as we all know, is a complete virtual world. We more than doubled our sales and sold $25 million of CBD. So in just 2 years, we've sold $35 million of CBD. It's not about me saying the sales, it's about the number of people that we've been able to touch with the product that they need. And we have that right product. We have a product that has helped people through the pandemic. We have a product that helps women like all of us. We have a product that helps children, and it's a clean, it's a pure product. And so it gives us the opportunity as advocates to serve our friends, serve our family, serve our sphere of influence while making a really positive impact. So what's really cool is that as an advocate, Green Compass does all the heavy lifting. They ship everything, you don't hold inventory, you have a website, you have a back office, they do all the training. My passion is I just love to tell people about CBD and use all the tools that the company gives me to share that. And so if you're kind of like, well, maybe this might be something interesting to me, there's just two options we'll hit really quickly. And we're hitting these because we have some really neat offers this year. Is, people can start a business, an online business, for $299. And it's over a 50% savings of all the products you get in that bundle. So it's over $600 a product. You get your distributor fee, you get marketing tools, and you get a bunch of product to try, or you could actually sell it to someone, that might be interested in trying it, maybe your sister, your brother, your friend. And that's really, really cool. And what we're doing until July 1st, so until July 1st, we're offering a $50 savings on that, so $250 instead of $299, and free shipping. So we've never ever offered this in the history of our 2 years. So this is really, really amazing. It's incredible. And then we have another one as well. We have the Core Runners Kit. That's $500. You get over $1,000 of our products. You actually get almost every single one of our products, I think, except for 2 or 3 of them. And you get everything. So you can sell it, you could try it, you could give it away, you could gift it. And again, we're offering $100 off of that and free shipping into June. And so I don't know where you can start a business where you carry no inventory, where you have a website where you can run it from your phone, because quite frankly, 95% of the business can be run from, really almost all of your business can be run from the phone, which is pretty amazing. So it's a really, really great opportunity. And you might be wondering, do I have to buy a whole bunch of other product? Do I have to order every month? Do I hold stock? None of that. This company, I hope that you've seen, has everybody's best interest in mind. Our customers, our advocates, everybody. So they never want to do anything to make people hold on to inventory. They just want to give people the opportunity to share the gift that we have. So with that in mind, we are so grateful that you spent time with us tonight. We appreciate you hanging in here. We know we went over a little bit long, but I want to close with something that I read today. It said, turning 40 and aging doesn't have to spell disaster for your body. Try CBD and just see what happens. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. We really appreciate it. And, feel free just to contact the person that invited you to the call, and they can help you out with any questions you have.
Laura, maybe we could stop recording. If anyone wants to ask a question, we could do that. But I appreciate everyone's time and